Obviously, this has been a pretty good start for you guys, getting through these first 2 weekends. When something like Sunday happens, as a guy that's been around here, do you have your voice heard and tell the guys to kind of recenter themselves almost?
Yeah, I think a lot of times, when you beat on the team like that 3 times and they kind of come out and, they beat up on us pretty badly and, they talking crazy over there and stuff. Like, it did light a fire under us. It was just one of those days where, it just seemed like we had a couple barrels and, they weren't landing, but every barrel they had was going over the fence or something like that. And so we see that as a team and, like a lot of us understand and that, a team like that is going to be, really excited to, beat us, at least get one game out of that. And so we kind of just took that one on the chin and understood that, stuff like that happens. And so we're not really worried about that. Like we just know that, we just only got to come out and get better each day because we know that, like, no matter what, like any team can come out and beat us at any point.
Is there a certain killer instinct that a team has to, I guess, understand or evolve with as the season goes on that you go for the throat when you can, you think?
Yeah, I think that's something that, that comes from the core of the guys. Like like if you don't have a group of guys who, don't really want to go for the throat every time, then that your team is just not going to be one of those teams that does that. And so I think, having a couple guys that, make sure that, you stepping on people's throats no matter what, no matter who they are, and like you don't want to play down to your competition at all because, like I said, like anybody can come out and beat you. So yeah, I think we have that. We got some tough guys in there who want to, we hate losing, so we don't like to lose, and so whenever we can beat up on a team, we're gonna beat up on a team.
Pretty good start for you offensively. Just comfort level has to, I'm sure, be as comfortable as you've been at the plate. Where has that progression been just for you over the last year, I guess?
I think, yeah, it's just, like I've been here for a couple years now, a lot more than a couple years, but then, it's just come with time, and like I've never stopped, working on new things, like working on my craft, and I just felt like, I wanted to excel a little bit more offensively than I have in my past couple years, and so I never, like, even when I was over in Chicago over winter break, like, I never stopped working out, I never stopped hitting because I didn't want to come back my last year, sit the bench or something like that and have somebody take over my spot. And so I think I've always just had that mentality since I've kept going, getting older and older, that I really don't want to sit the bench or like have somebody take my spot. So I've always just worked really hard, and like hopefully somebody, whether it's that somebody picks me up or like I'm done after this, like it doesn't matter. Like as long as I'm playing the game, like, I'm always gonna work on my craft and work hard on it.
You've always been good at defense. Yeah. Obviously, this year it's felt like a highlight. Sports Center top 10 in every game. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're as dialed in defensively as you've ever been?
Yeah, I think it just comes with just being comfortable out there. Like I feel like nobody's better than me in the country on defense, and like, I just feel like I have to show that all the time. And I think that also helps when I have like guys like John Sparkman and Bryce Magin out there who, like in one of these games, I wasn't even gonna dive for that ball that we play here, and then I heard Spike was like, lay out, and so I was like, screw it, and so I laid out, and I was like, I caught it. And so just having like people like that who have confidence in me, and I just know that, I don't know, I feel like defense just comes a little easier to me. I've worked so hard on it, like growing up and when I was younger, that like I love playing defense, and I think it also brings that other side of baseball where, a lot of people feel like offense is like the only way, but I feel like if you make a really good play or like show passion on defense, then that helps not only a pitcher go out there and throw strikes, but like, if it's like a play like that ends the inning, now you got some momentum going into the next inning on offense.
Obviously, you've been around a while, like you say. You've got to play lots of different places. Mm-hmm. Another new one this weekend with Vegas. How much are you just looking forward to getting out there?
I'm excited. I've never been. Well, I've been in the airport at Vegas, so I'm excited to, finally be able to go out and like see what Vegas is about. I've seen The Hangover and stuff like that, so I've heard all about Vegas and everything. But I'm just excited to, kind of go out there and see how that goes. And I know we got some good teams that we're gonna play out there, and so I'm excited for another test for us and for the guys. And I'm just, really excited for some good weather. I'll be able to see my family will be there too, and so that'll be exciting to see them and hopefully try some good food and go and see the strip and everything. Just kind of enjoy the whole thing.
When going on some of these road trips, especially for it being Las Vegas, how do you kind of deal with blocking out some of those distractions?
Well, I think, because obviously everybody thinks, Vegas is like really fun, but obviously we got to keep the main thing. I know we got baseball games to play, and so obviously that's always the main focus. And I think just, kind of staying in the hotel and hanging out around the hotel with some of your teammates, whether that's like playing card games or playing video games and stuff, I think that kind of keeps me, kind of locked in, because I don't want to be like you said, be distracted by all the other things. But I guess on downtime where we won't have practice or a game, like I'll try to get away from baseball a little bit and hang out with my family a little bit. And I think that kind of helps a lot too when you got a long season like we do here. And I think that's just really the main thing. It's like making sure that obviously you don't get distracted by all those other things, but making sure you let baseball kind of have its time, and then also have time with your family and friends as well.
How well has Snyder kind of fit in here? We got to meet him last week. He seemed like a pretty good dude. Has he kind of just been like a glove?
Yeah, he just fit in right away because I don't know. He's one of those guys. He likes to talk a lot, and like he's a really nice guy, and he's a Cali guy, and like my grandma lives out in Cali, so we kind of connected through that. And I just think that he just fit in like so easily. He's an older guy too, so he knows how it goes and during the season and stuff. And I think a lot of people look up to him just by the way he carries himself and the way he still puts in work all the time too. Even though he's an older guy, but he works really hard, and like he likes to, even in the workout room, he's working really hard, and on the field he's working really hard. And so having a guy who's been around for a long time come in and show us that he likes to work that hard is somebody who just fits in right with us.